This video shows the M20 Gravelgraph 3-axis engraving machine, and we're now looking at the software, the main screen in Gravel Style 6. We had imported, just by copying and pasting the information into the screen, then we selected each line and changed the size and picked some nice fonts that would show up. We used some larger fonts for the name of this plate and the designer of the plate, and then smaller text for the information. That way we could use one cutting bit to do both the larger text, which has multi-line capability, and then the smaller text, which just is a single line font. Now this is what the machine looks like. Zoom out here. Has a cover on it. We've clamped a piece of brushed aluminum Metal-X, which is a plastic laminated material, and we have set the cutting tool using this micrometer dial to engrave about 5/1000ths of an inch deep. So when we push the start button, the machine will come over to the beginning and it will do the engraving. You'll notice the plastic is oil canning a little bit. It kind of flexes up and down like the old motor oil cans or the oil cans. And the depth nose on the spindle maintains a consistent depth even though the plastic does move a little bit. The cutting tool is a carbide bit, a single flute conical end mill. This one is sharpened with a 30-degree side angle. The tip off is about 15/1000ths of an inch, and the top color on this material is only 3/1000ths of an inch thick, and so we're going 5/1000ths deep. You'll notice it's going around each character 3 times. It's a Roman 3-line font. Then when we get to the body of the description, we'll be using a single line font because the text is smaller and it will look just fine. Spindle RPM is about 20,000 RPM. There you can see a little bit better. We have a vacuum attachment which will pick up all of these chips. I didn't use the vacuum. I wanted you to see what would happen without it. With the vacuum attachment on the machine, it will pick up all of this, or most of it, so you don't have a lot of plastic laying around. If you're doing large quantities of these pieces, it would be advisable to have the vacuum attachment on the bottom of the spindle, and it picks up all the plastic residue. There are many different types of material that you can use. We have a gold on black, this is silver on black. We have plastics of all different colors. On the website, gravelgraph.com, you can see in the materials catalog hundreds of choices for the materials to use. You can buy the plastic pre-cut to 4 inches by 4 inches. Kind of seems like a large size. You could probably get by with a 3x4 and it would still look good, and it would give you a little more utilization from the plastic. Here you can see the graduations on the micrometer dial. Each little mark is 1/1000th of an inch change in depth. So you can precisely control the depth. If you split if you go in between the marks, you can get a 0.5 change in depth. So you can be very precise about controlling how deep you want the engraving to go. There you have it. Let me brush that off. You'll notice that it's clean, crisp, nice engraving, consistent depth. And here you can see the thicker letters above, which are larger, are being filled in with the smaller cutter because it goes around each character 3 times. The single line font beneath is appropriate size, width of cut for the size of the character. And again, this is the Engraving M20 3-axis engraving machine.